Second grade, this morning we are going to be doing the math lesson for Monday, May 4th, and we're going to be talking about place value. So here I have our place value chart, and I've added something to it. We have mainly been working in tens and ones. Now I've added hundreds. So let's look at what I have in the chart right now, and I've had to line them up going long ways because there's so many of them, but I have lots of 10 blocks, and we can count by 10, so let's just do that together. Well, first, let's count and see how many 10 blocks I have. Let's start first with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 blocks. Now let's count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and we're done. And we're going to be done for right now. Here we have 100 blocks. Little blocks, we'd have 100. 10 tens. Now I'm going to exchange these 10 tens for 1 hundredths block. I exchanged them. 1 hundredths block is 10 tens, just like we counted. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Let's push together. Okay, that's our 100 block. So now we have 100. Now, how would we represent that number? Let me get my pen. We have 100 block in the hundred section. We have 0 blocks in the tens and 0 blocks in the ones. This is how we would represent the number 100. 1 block in the hundreds, 0 in the tens, 0 in the ones. These are our place values. Now, what if I put 3 of these? 1, 2, 3. Then what number am I representing? I hope you said 300. I have 3 hundreds here. And that equals 300. A 3 in the hundreds place value, 0 in the tens, and 0 in the ones. Okay, now let's talk about another number that I might represent with this chart. Move my chart down a little bit. What if I have these blocks in my place value chart? What number do I have represented in my place value chart? Well, let's look. I have 100 block here. I have 3 10 blocks, and I have 2 1 blocks. So what number have I represented? 132. Now I want you to listen as I say that number because I want to make sure you develop a really good habit. 132. As I've said it, please notice that I haven't used the word and any place. Let's try not to say 132. You don't need the and. We're just going to say it as we see the place value. 132. Okay, let's try another one. What number would I be representing if I did this? Okay, let me scratch out my extra numbers. Here we go. What number do I have here? Well, I have 2 in the hundreds. I have nothing in the tens. And I have 4 in the ones. The number that I am representing is 204. Did you say it like that? I hope you didn't use that little word. We want to try not to say 204. We're just saying place value. 204. Okay, boys and girls, you're going to be practicing more about place value and putting numbers in the ones, the tens, and the hundreds. So today you'll be doing worksheets 20.1 and 20.2. Go ahead and do these worksheets to review your place value and try to do your math facts. And remember, math is God's invention and man's discovery. And when you're done, come back for reading. Second graders, this is the reading lesson for Monday, May 4th. And today we'll be reading Chapter 5 in Runaway Ralph. So I'd love to start by going over the vocabulary. You have this worksheet, so please read over it with me. Number 1, rasp, to scrape or rub. Number 2, crossly, angrily. Number 3, cringe, to shrink away from something dangerous or painful. Number 4, groggily, sleepily. Number 5, scowling, to show displeasure or anger with your face. Number 6, supervised, being watched over or having someone in charge of you. Number 7, disturbed, to bother someone. And number 8, progressed, to make progress. Now, when we left off in Chapter 4, Ralph had gotten a roommate, so to speak, in the craft room. A golden hamster was in a cage next to him. The hamster had been brought by another camper, Lana, and he was going to be there as long as she was at camp, several weeks. The golden hamster's name is Chum. And Ralph starts watching Chum and noticing things about him and tries to talk to him. At the very end of Chapter 4, something pretty scary starts to happen as Ralph notices there's a hole in the screen door, and Katso keeps putting her paw in it, and it keeps getting bigger. And this is going to worry Ralph. He wants Sam, the watchdog, to keep him protected in the craft room. Well, that's where we left off. And when we begin Chapter 5, we have such an interesting title, The Personal Mouse. Do you notice anything about the words here? They look so interesting. Maybe you notice that's not how you spell mouse. It's a good guess because the ow sound can be O-W. So someone was trying to apply phonics rules, but that's just the wrong choice. Mouse is M-O-U-S-E. And personal, this is again a good guess, but instead of U-L, it would be A-L. So we have some interesting choices here for this title in the words. The personal mouse, what's that going to mean? Well, today you'll be reading Chapter 5, and I want you to pay careful attention to the many, many things that Ralph notices about Chum. From how he acts in his cage, to how he arranges things, how he is with his food, even how he is towards Lana, his owner. Take good notice of all these things that Ralph wonders about Chum. And the two animals start to talk a little bit, and Chum says some things to Ralph, and he doesn't feel so good about them. Chum wants to have him think about, why are you running on your wheel? You're not going anywhere. And that seems to worry Ralph, because he starts to think, oh, you're right. I'm not going anywhere. And he remembers a little bit about how he wanted to be independent. And that was why he left the Mountain View Inn. You'll also learn in Chapter 5 a little bit more about Garth. And Garth is doing a really good job feeding Ralph. But Ralph is not quite sure about Garth yet, mainly because of the songs he sings about animals and how they get hit or have other things happen to them, and those things, that worries Ralph. So he's not quite sure about Garth. He does think that it's pretty great that he comes and feeds him regularly, but he always leaves so quickly. And Ralph's not sure about that. Well, you'll find out why Garth leaves so quickly. And you'll also learn some interesting things about Garth. I have a picture in my book right here. And here, Garth will have an interesting conversation with Aunt Jill. And he'll begin to tell her about some things that are bothering him. And he will talk about how it is hard at camp to always be around people. And he needs some time to be by himself. He has a hard time getting this out, and at first he just tells Aunt Jill he wants to run away. Well, this makes Ralph really listen. Ralph can't believe when he hears Garth say that, because Ralph has felt that way too. So Ralph becomes even more interested in Garth, and Aunt Jill tries to help Garth through this really hard time, and she lets him know that he is going to have complete responsibility of taking care of his mouse. So Garth will make a sign to put on Ralph's cage so that everyone knows that Ralph is his personal mouse. I hope you enjoy reading Chapter 5, and tomorrow we'll talk about something very special you'll get to do. Enjoy your reading, and if you have time, stay and say the spelling words and phonics with me. Okay, second graders, let's chant our spelling words for the week. Number 1, patient. P-A-T-I-E-N-T. Patience. P-A-T-I-E-N-C-E. Patience. Special. S-P-E-C-I-A-L. Special. Social. S-O-C-I-A-L. Social. Addition. A-D-D-I-T-I-O-N. Addition. Subtraction. S-U-B-T-R-A-C-T-I-O-N. Subtraction. Spacious. S-P-A-C-I-O-U-S. Spacious. Musician. M-U-S-I-C-I-A-N. Musician. Initial. I-N-I-T-I-A-L. Initial. Football. F-O-O-T-B-A-L-L. football. Sunshine, sunshine, sunshine. Nighttime, nighthtime, nighttime. Mailman, mailman, mailman. Pancake, pancake, pancake. Neighbor, neighbor, neighbor. Way, weigh, way. Weight, weight, weight. Eight, eight. Deuteronomy, capital Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy. Joshua, capital Joshua. Joshua. Boys and girls, I hope you notice the many compound words that are in our spelling list this week. See if you can find them. Second graders, let's do our phonics review. Now this week, we are adding on something we've been practicing all year. We're adding on the blank CI blank, even though we've been saying it all year. Remember I told you I like to just have you say it when we learn SH and blank TI blank? Okay, so this week's spelling list, you'll see many words that have the blank CI blank. But you've been writing that all year with your phonics test. So that one is new, although we've been saying it. The other one you'll find on the side where it says another long A spelling, blank EIGH. Now that's the other one we're adding this week, and we have a couple words on our list that have that A sound. We're going to say that rule when we say our plural rules, just because it's over there in the section underneath the plural rules, okay? But that's what we're adding on. So let's start at the beginning. Sound. Spellings. A curve, E curve, I curve, O curve, U curve. Sound. E. Spellings. E mark, E blank E, A, blank Y, blank I, blank. Sound. Z. Spelling. Z blank S. Sound. Th. Other sound. V. Spelling. TH. Sound. I. Spellings. I mark, I blank IGH, blank Y, blank IE. Sound. N. Spellings. NKN blank. Sound. Sh. Spellings. SH blank TI blank blank CI blank. V plural rule. Change the F to a V and add blank ES. Plural rule. When a word ends in S, SS, X, SH, CH, or Z, you add blank ES. Y plural rule. Change the Y to an I and add blank ES. Another long A spelling, blank EIGH. Sound. A. Spellings. A mark, A blank E, AI blank, blank AY. Sound. Spellings. A dot, E dot, O dot. Sound. O. Spellings. O mark, O blank E, OA blank, blank OW, blank OE. Sound. R. Spellings. RWR blank. Sound. Ooh. Spellings. Double O mark, 2 dot U, U blank E, blank E-W, blank U-E. Sound, U, spellings, U mark, U blank E-W, blank U-E. Sound, spellings, E-R-I-R-U-R. Sound, spellings, F-P-H. Sound, K, spellings, C-K, blank C-K. Sound, M, spellings, M, blank M-B. Sound, Nk, spellings, blank N-K. Sound, Ng, spelling, blank N-G. Signal letters, E-I-Y. Sound, S, spellings, C-E-C-I-C-Y. Sound, J, spellings, G-E-G-I-G-Y, blank D-G-E. Sound, X, spellings, X, blank C-K-S. Sound, E, spellings, E curve, E-A curve. Sound, Ch, spellings, C-H, blank T-C-H. Sound, W, spelling, W-H, blank. Sound, Qu, spelling, Q-U. Sound, Ow, spellings, O-W-O-U, blank. Sound, R, spelling, A-R. Sound, OR, spelling, O-R. Sound, Aw, spelling, A-W-A-U, blank, double dot A. Sound, Oi, spellings, O-I, blank, blank O-Y. Sound, spelling, double O curve, blank, double dot U, blank.